This video illustrates how a Mala map-controlled thermostat is constructed and how it functions. The map thermostat uses a wax element just like a standard thermostat, except that a small electric heating unit is inserted as you see here. Brass is utilized for a long life. During most operating conditions, the wax element functions just like a standard thermostat. Expanding melted wax opens the valve, and if the wax cools down, a spring closes the thermostat. In certain operating conditions, the electric element melts the wax before the coolant temperature is hot enough for melting to occur. The entire valve unit is inserted into a housing to form a complete thermostat assembly. This assembly is part of the cooling system and is also connected to the engine ECU. Using the ECU, engineers map the opening of the thermostat to correspond to certain operating conditions. Here you see the flow of cold blue coolant flowing to the thermostat's bypass valve and back to the engine. At this point, the thermostat is not yet open. As the coolant begins to heat up, it warms the wax, which pushes the piston to hold the valve plate out and partially open the thermostat. The hotter the coolant, the more the thermostat opens. At first, the thermostat is only partially open, allowing hot coolant to mix with some that's been cooled. When the thermostat is fully opened, all the coolant goes through the radiator. Late model engines run high coolant temperatures for better efficiency. There are conditions that could lead to component overheating before the thermostat is fully opened. Here you see one example as the car is climbing a steep grade. In this case, the vehicle's ECU sends current to the built-in heater, melting the wax and opening the thermostat even though the coolant is not hot enough to open the valve itself. This allows the thermostat to open independent of the coolant temperature. When the heavy load is eliminated, the electrical current is removed and the thermostat begins to operate normally, relying on just coolant temperature to control the opening and closing. Mala is a major OEM supplier of thermostats. You can rely on a Mala original replacement to be the same quality as the original equipment.